If you are someone like me, you were not satisfied with the ready-made answers that the world wanted to convince you of. That this is your life, this is what life is, this is how you should live it. And this is what you will be, and this is what you will become. If you're like me, you probably were seeking something else, something more, the sense of, is this all there is in life? Is there a meaning in life I'm supposed to find? What is my purpose? Is there even such thing? What does truly matter to me? Not maybe now, but in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now? And how do I know? If I cannot even be sure, absolutely sure, what ideas are truly mine and what is implanted in my mind. We all have known, or at least have heard, of people who followed some ideas that at the time seemed so marvelous, but then lost their lives, damaged the lives of their families and their surroundings, and even destroyed nations. So how can that happen? How do we know? Where do we find the guidance? Is there a compass? Is there a northern star that we can follow so we don't lose ourselves and we can navigate the rough seas? I'm Aristo, and my mission is to discover and spread the world liberating insights. My hope is to create a content here that can save you a lot of time, maybe years. It is not about the information or knowledge, although that is an important part of it, but finding this compass that I was talking about. And how do we find it? It is really about getting wiser. Knowledge and information and technology is something we have a lot of, and it's wonderful. But it is only wisdom that can tell us what to do with it. It is our wisdom that shows us what to do with a hammer in this moment. Break something or build something. How can wisdom do that? By showing us what is relevant, revealing what is truly relevant. Amidst all this information, amidst everything that is around us, what is relevant? And now we are starting to find a direction. But how can wisdom tell us what is relevant? By telling us what truly matters. How do we know what truly matters? To who? To what? So we have to know ourselves. That's where we need to start. And this is, of course, why every philosopher, every poet, every sage in the history has always encouraged us to know thyself, as Socrates said. Know yourself. Start there, because without knowing ourselves, we don't know what matters to us. Without knowing what matters to us, we don't know what is even relevant to us. And this is the perfect recipe for losing a life in information. So imagine that you left everything behind and just went and spent your life trying to discover answers to these questions, or even better, come up with better questions, questions that are truly yours. Well, that's something I've been doing for almost a decade now, but especially the past 6 or 7 years, where I've spent time in silence for long periods, outside of the society, or reading hundreds of books, trying so many different methods, learning from so many different people. And what I've discovered is that many of those things, although important, are not essential. And so this is really my goal, to get those fundamental essential steps in here as quickly. Because without a good fundament, we can never build something, can we? I don't believe that there is such a thing as one single path that we can follow and everything is going to be fine. Although many people pretend that way. Why? Because they have something to sell. They have this method and it is answer to everything. But there is no such thing. Life is multifaceted. Life is beautiful because it holds contradictions. It's not just black and white. It has so many shades. I would say that there are 4 main channels of investigation in life: spirituality, art, philosophy, and science. Spirituality, to me, is discovering what I am. Art is expression of what I am. Philosophy is, in its classic sense, love of Sophia, is the art of good life. What is a good life? And more importantly, what can life become? What can life be? Which is in the tradition of Emerson and Nietzsche, and questions of what we can become. Probably more important than what we are today and what we know from ourselves today. And science, of course. In my case, the humanist science, from psychology to cognitive science, neuroscience. These are things that I am very interested in because they offer so many tools and instruments to inspect and know ourselves and our reality, our minds, our worlds better. And this must be the foundation of a flourishing life, foundation of a good life. So expect to see videos about all of these things on this channel. But this channel is also about waking up from a dream state in which our life is passing, waking up from the illusions we have about what we are and who we are, investigating the ideas that run our lives without us being aware of them. Asking ourselves, why am I following this carrot that is hanging in front of my nose, and never stop to ask myself, do I need to do this? Are there other ways? This kind of investigation leading to waking up is really the start, is when we become available to life. We let go of our ideas and concepts, mostly things that other people have told us about what life is. So our life can show us what it can be. On this channel, there are and there will be many tools, many methods, many practices, but also meditations. Meditations here are different than majority what you find out there. These are insight meditations that are really the direct path to seeing clearly. I know people who have benefited from this even after decades and decades of meditation. So it doesn't matter if you have never meditated before or if you are an so-called experienced meditator. It doesn't matter. Meditation is always freshly, as if for the first time. So I encourage you to give it a try. But there is, of course, one more thing, one exciting thing. Now it is one thing to hear about the discoveries of other people, but it's really joyful and interesting and important when we start to do our own discoveries. This is the only way to get wiser, by finding these insights that we discover and embody. And so I want to invite you to come with me on a journey. It is going to be a literal journey, which I will start in a short time, going with camps and a tent and a bicycle, cross borders and countries and continents. It will be a journey of campfires and stories and discoveries together. I want to invite you to come as me, as we go beyond the borders, literally and metaphorically, as we go beyond what we know, as we discover the unknown, as we get into the adventure of life. And I hope to bring the energies, the vibrancy of these different, beautiful places into your home. I can imagine that you cannot travel right now. But maybe this will be a way that we can do this together. At least this is what I really hope. I hope you stay connected with me, and there is a link that you can find in the description. You can join this email, which I send with a lot of resources from different videos here, but also updates on this journey, if you're interested in that. So I hope to see you there. So maybe we need less of the gurus and teachers and philosophers and ideologists who want to tell us exactly how to live our lives. But we need friends who stand by us, encourage us, nudge us, so we find and sing our own song of life, our own unique song of life. At the end, I am not here to tell you how you should live your life, what is good or bad for you, or give you some pre-made answers. No. I hope that I can help you free yourself from everything that keeps you from your own journey, from discovering what you are, from tapping into your real life. I would be so happy if this channel and the content here could play a small part in your journey of the self-discovery, which is the most important journey any human can make. So you discover what your life can be and what truly matters to you. Thanks again for watching.